What is up, everybody? Welcome to the InnerCityGeeks podcast. It's Steve here, and this is episode 204. That's right, 204 episodes in. And this week I have Alex.
Hi.
And I also have special guest, somebody that we've known for a really fucking long time, and somebody that's super awesome. It's our big sister. We got
Yeah, but we tower over her because of our height and weight.
Yeah. And yeah, so it's Tan's with us. Yay, Tan.
And I love how she gives the double horns, whatever. You know, when we put this on the streaming things, it's audio, right?
Yeah.
Audio.
I'm just gonna say hi.
But it's also video at this point too, so yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's fair. Yeah. So yeah. It's been fucking forever since I've actually had a conversation with Tani, other than a couple times that we've I guess FaceTimed with you, Alex, or whatever.
Yeah. I decided to just surprise you at random, and I was just and I knew you would appreciate it because
most definitely.
Once upon a time we all worked together, so exactly. And it's funny how I met Tan through you before I started working. We all started working together when you introduced me to my first Comic-Con at 2010. That's right. And I remember I remember first meeting her there, and she was like, "Oh, she's awesome! Like, who is this? Oh, she works. Well, you're like, she works with me." It was like, "Wait, what do you mean?" Like, "Oh no, like we, I work at the site where she works at." Like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
Yeah.
Like, what an explanation! Like, well,
it's the famous Tan. That's what it is.
Yeah. But ever since from there on or whatever, and then when I started working at the site where where you and I worked together, she was the one person that always looked out, and I will always forever be grateful because she was the first person that right away was just like, "Oh, you cool with Steve? I got you." It's like, I bet. And then after you left, she made sure that I was all right, and I will forever be indebted to her because it is the big sis, and I do love her dearly. And let us get off this fucking mushy shit, dude. But it's okay. No, I didn't say no. But the whole thing is, when it comes to Tan, what I admire most about Tan is other than being a dedicated hard worker, she is so chill and down to earth that we vibe right away, and I just love her attitude. She has that attitude "Oh, you don't like me? All right, you go fuck yourself, whatever. Someone else don't like me anyway."
Yeah. Take a number.
I'll take a number 666, whatever.
Yeah, that's a good number.
Yeah, very much. Yeah.
I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, but it was always that thing of that Tan was always there, especially whenever let's say we had a shit day at work, right? She'd be like, "What's up?" I gotta take water. Excuse me.
You're dying over there. You're dying. You can't be dying right now.
Well, we are going through a pandemic, so whatever. Yeah.
Maybe later, but not right now.
Yeah, not now.
Yeah. Die after the credits.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but the whole thing is all right. So let's say if we ever had a shit day, right? And she would still be there because she was, like I said, she was always that dedicated worker. So she'll be like, "What's up?" Right? Tell her what's up, and then the best advice ever is fuck that dude, do what you gotta do. Oh, you're the best.
Yeah, she was.
You guys
she was always the best.
You guys are awesome because it's always where it's just "Oh my god, did you listen to this album? No, tell me about it. What? I gotta go get it." Or it's this comic or that comic, and I'm like, this is awesome. I love it. We just all geek out right now, and it's cool, and everybody understands each other. It was awesome. Going to Comic-Con together is awesome. So it's cool.
And it's funny because I mentioned it on the podcast in the past that most of the time the reason why I really love Comic-Con is that I get to spend time with that I have my con best friends, which is you and Mario, that I get to spend those days with, joke around, have fun. We look at shit, we critique shit, right? If we're really we're that fucking bougie, even though we're not bougie, but whatever.
No, we're besties now, man. So it's oh, first time, huh? Could tell.
Yeah. And the whole thing is this is after you have a few cons under your under your belt or whatever, you have a system of what what you could work, what you can do to kind of stretch the wallet, if you will, right? The whole, and part of it was Steve teaching me that, and I'm learning other stuff for myself.
Yeah,
so
don't spend money inside.
Oh yeah, no, but the whole thing was just like, like I always had a budget when it came to like food, for example, right? And so I would always hit the Subway sandwich. I would try to see what they have on special. Right, and if I don't like that sandwich, I'm like, fuck it. So I'll go, to my, I'll get I'll get a foot long sub, right, and I'll stack it up with the veggies and stuff. So so you can have a full sandwich, right? You get chips, you get I would usually get the Powerade so I can have the fucking bottle so I can save that so I can get one throughout the day because everything is so fucking expensive at these conventions.
I know.
And then I'll also get the chips and cookies. So I would divide one sandwich for lunchtime. Right, with and eat the chips, and then throughout the day I'm just snacking on cookies just to have a little bit of energy, and then kind of before I go eat the other half of the sandwich, just I'm good. This is a long day, and then of course the Powerade is gone from the beginning because once you're getting over there, you're back and forth and you're drinking a lot of stuff, so it's just waiting online sometimes because that water fountain or whatever, there's so many people doing the same thing of filling up their bottles.
I know.
And then sometimes they have that water fountain that's just what is it doing? There's water there. You just gotta wait.
Yeah, the fountain that's a bazillion miles away from the fucking wherever you gotta be because it's never really close where you want to fucking be. Because
the bathroom too, and then you don't want to drink too much because if you got a nice costume on that you gotta take apart.
Yeah,
and then you stand in line and.
We forgot to mention that. That Tan is, she's an avid cosplayer when it comes to Comic-Con with her and her young ones.
Her younglings, yep.
Yeah, her underlings.
That's my cosplay team. We collaborate and always come up with a theme and make. They don't make the costumes. Right.
She's going.
Give me the idea.
No, say they'll throw the idea, do this and whatever. But the one that does the blunt of the work, I'm just saying, it rhymes with Fran.
That's how you gotta do it sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that.
And actually, for 1 year, she actually convinced me to do it too. So I actually cosplayed for the first time. What was it, 2 years back?
Yeah, that was awesome.
And I have that costume. It's funny because the Mario Kart one. Yeah, that I was the military shy guy. So that was pretty fun, and we kept getting stopped for pictures and stuff. I was like, also, no. But I'm just saying, what I love though is so this is what it feels like to be a hot chick in a costume, right? And I don't even have to show my beads. Oh, look at that! Now I killed 10, and the geeks yelling at you. Good night.
I don't show my goods either, so I get stopped a lot too.
There's one story. Oh my god, I have to share this one. I have to. I mean, listen. So there was 1 year that there was this creeper dude or whatever. He had the beautiful, official. You could tell that he's a cat. Not what he's saying, but this dude or whatever looked like one of those dudes that's that he's on a predator list, right? And he comes up to 10, with her costume, because you were
Josie and the Pussycats we did.
No, it's not that one.
Not
it was
that one.
It was the one where I think you were Enchantress or something like that, or fuck.
Enchantress I did last year.
Yeah, that dude, the creeper. That he kept can I take your picture?
Are you talking about Anime Con, the one with the guy that you said he had a whole bunch of pictures in his phone?
No, not that one. No, but it was so you had you had your costume, right? You had the little fireball things and everything.
Oh yeah, that was Enchantress, yes.
Okay, yeah. So you were doing that, and this dude took a bunch of pictures of you and everything like that, and then he comes up to you after the fact, thank you so much, right? And all I kept thinking was please do not follow her in the train. Please don't. I hope she doesn't end up in the back of a van down by the river. Oh,
no,
please.
Cards, man.
I just had, we kept watching. And then every time we kept passing it down, it's we kept joking around, Mario and I think he's following you. The creeper's following you. And she's like, stop it. What? That's what it seemed like. Listen, there's so many people at this fucking convention or whatever, and the space is so big. How is it that after we took pictures, we kept seeing him kind of over and over again? Unless it just seemed like he was kind of this
Yeah, because they know where to go. They know who to follow. They know who to fucking just stand around when they're not supposed to.
Yeah,
no, true. No, but at least the dude had the courtesy or whatever. He never touched her or anything like that. Which is good. But the whole thing is, it's like his vibe just screamed like, no, Mr. Pedo man, keep away.
There's a whole bunch of dudes like that there. What are you talking about?
No, but then the other one that made me laugh was it wasn't with you. It was actually with a friend of mine that was dressed up like she was a few cons back. She was dressed up like nice, nice stuff or whatever. And every time people, can I get a picture? And of course, right away, like putting the armor on. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like let the person with the costume do the initiative. Like don't come out of nowhere and see me like the dudes going for their first time or whatever. Like
see, but for these conventions, like a lot of these people, they don't know how to act because a lot of them technically don't know how to fucking act anyway. Because a lot of them were like super indoor kids that don't know how to fucking interact with anybody that's not like people that are like in their legit circle.
I was gonna joke around saying they don't know how to interact with people of the opposite sex. What the fuck?
That too. Yeah.
It was like, wow. I guess I'm above. I'm like, I'm ahead of the curve because I was raised by a sister and 2 gay brothers, so whatever. It was like I learned from advance. Like you're kind of back off. Kind of back off. You can read when you're making someone uncomfortable.
Oh yeah.
Some people can't read that.
Yeah, no, they can't read that. No. They don't know the difference. They're just you're a person, so you're kind of like me, kind of.
And you're like a kraken or whatever.
Yeah. So you can't release the krakens all the time. No.
Unless she has.
Oh Lord.
And this is what you got into, Tim.
Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast.
You chose voluntarily.
You gave us consent.
Man. Yeah, so we've known each other for a really long ass time. It's been almost 10, a little bit more than 10 years, probably.
Yeah,
it's been a good decade, man.
Yeah.
And we've had a lot of adventures together, man. Like, cons and other miscellaneous things, different movie stuff. And then, it's just that whole thing of like I said, 10 is big sis, man. She's been there for me a lot. And, like when you went to Florida out of nowhere, it's like she went, all right, I got you, bro. She stepped up. She put on the costume. She was like, I got your back.
Yeah, that's what I always loved about them. The fact that she always not only was she super cool, but she always looked out because she's literally one of us. The fact that she's into a lot of the shit that we're into.
I was literally gonna say she's one of us, Hispanic.
Yeah, that's true. So
it's just like oh, is that what it is? Well,
exactly. Yeah, but from day one, I was just like, oh shit, she's literally just like me.
Only shorter and in chick form.
Right, exactly.
You got me before. I was like, I just have these. I just happen to have this and that.
Yeah.
Come on, we're like, I just got this.
Got different parts happen that way.
But this is why this friendship lasted for so long, and we're still going strong.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
You are my peoples.
Oh yeah.
I love you guys.
Right back at you. Oh man. So why don't we start officially whatever? So as always, I know with Steve is he always asks everybody else first, but I guess since we have the guys, we can ask. Go ahead, Steve. It's your segment, not mine.
My segment, great. Yeah, sure. So I guess what I've been doing this week, stuff that I've actually I've been doing a lot of watching because of course there's a lot of time to watch shit. So why the fuck not, right? So granted, I am still working, but there has been a few things that I actually watched that are actually quite notable. So I watched The Invisible Man.
Yes.
Yes.
How is it?
It's actually pretty fucking good.
It really is.
It's actually way better than I expected it to be. And it was
that kind of reminds me when we were talking about Sonic. that we were talking about a few episodes back. Like,
Right,
oh
yeah.
my god, yeah, like we were surprised at how good it actually was.
Yeah, I was super surprised. I was like, holy shit, this shit is actually really fucking good. It takes a lot of time. There's a lot of fucking like, there's a lot at the beginning. There's a lot of everything as far as like talking and blah blah blah, sleep. I kind of want to go to bed. I don't want to watch the rest of this. But if you stick to it, it's actually really fucking good, because when it gets to the point that she's like, okay, yeah, everybody's like, okay, they start to believe her. It's like, holy shit, it hits the fan, and it's like, it just keeps going, and it's like, holy shit, what the fuck is gonna happen now? How is this gonna play out? How is it gonna fucking make sense for everybody else?
Oh man, you just made me think of the tagline from fucking the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre: "Who will survive and won't be left of them."
Yeah, pretty fucking much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was really fucking good. It was super fucking entertaining, and I was like, okay, I would definitely recommend this. Like, it's worth to watch. So, like, yeah, you guys go check it out.
Check out The Invisible Man.
Yeah, exactly. And then another thing that I watched that was actually really fun was Extraction, which is the movie with Chris Hemsworth that was straight to Netflix.
Well, it was a Netflix movie.
Yes, it was a Netflix movie. Also directed by the Russo brothers. And that's actually really fucking good too.
I started watching it, but since it was so late, I was just like, I'll continue watching it today. And then today, just so much stuff happened that the wife had to work, and since no one's going really out to work like that,
right?
That she had to take up the room and stuff, and certain things prohibit me to like move around right now. So I had it's just like, and I did make a promise that we'll watch it together. So I was like, okay, whatever.
That's good. That's where at least it's worth it. You guys can watch it together. You can be like, okay, cool. Now we saw this stupid movie. No, but like this movie, the only gripe I had with it was the fact that his dialogue was really low. So there were some points that you didn't really hear him, or like you heard everything else but his fucking dialogue, which was kind of stupid. But that's just me. That was just the only thing that I pretty much had that I was like, why is it like this? But besides that, it was actually really fun. It was a really fun movie.
Nice.
Yeah, there was one scene that actually like worked really well, which was this one scene that he's basically, because he's basically going out and trying to like save this little kid from being fucking like killed, because of course his dad is like a fucking
drug lord.
A drug lord, yeah. So his dad is a drug lord, and basically he's in jail, and he's basically like, I want you to go save my kid because he got kidnapped by somebody else.
It was a drug lord from another town.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So this one scene is basically like an entire shot, like one shot for like 5 straight minutes, and it's fucking bananas. It's fucking great.
Cool.
It was those 5 minutes of pew pew.
Yeah, 5 minutes of pew pew, running, jump, running. It's crazy.
It's like, first of all, get it right. It's not sci-fi, so not pew pew pew.
Well, if you think about it, it kind of is, because it's not really. But yeah, it was actually really fucking good. It's worth watching. So if you, who doesn't have fucking Netflix, but watch Extraction.
Or you go to the other thing, whatever. Either the Sticks of Fire, or if you have a close friend.
Well, you know what I mean.
Right.
Allegedly. I'm sorry. Allegedly, we do not recommend that.
I didn't say that either. I'm just saying, you know where to find it.
Yeah.
Right. Do whatever you got to do.
Yeah. Just watch it. That's all I'm saying.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. And listening to a bunch of fucking music like I usually do. And I'll be talking about that later today on the show. Cool. But yeah. Alex, what's good, dude?
Oh my God. So I decided to go old school when it came to a movie, because I was just like, because I've been seeing a lot of memes about it like recently, whatever. So I went back and I was watching a Goofy movie.
Oh, nice. Fuck yeah.
And
I fucking love that
whole thing. So that movie is like, what made me mad is that I've picked up on so many like errors on that movie, because of course it was like hand drawn and everything like that, but it was just like minor things. Like one of the gripes was that the hat that Max is wearing of the possum, when he threw it on the floor, somehow it turned inside out because it was the opposite way. When they left it, I was like, "The fuck is this? Get your shit together, Disney. You're professional." But yeah,
no, we're not that professional.
No, but yeah, like that movie is like so fucking 90s, but I love it because that's the era where we're
best.
Well,
it's the fucking best.
So that was the era where a lot of like random like when it comes to cartoons and everything, like random stuff came out around that time. Yeah. Like that was just like a big boom. And then at the same time, it was just like everybody was trying to come out with shit, like with content and stuff like that. So, but yeah, and then on the other thing that I've been like doing, like when it comes to like TV and stuff, I've been on this whole fucking Pokemon Sun and Moon fix. I've been watching that. Right, so like my wife is getting annoyed by that. Like why the fuck are you watching this? And then my wife, right? So I'm watching this, and because like I said, I've been a fan of Pokemon since it first came, it first came out. And,
I would have never known.
Yeah, but you already know. But it was mainly the games and then the anime. I never got into the trading card game. I never got into those like the other games and other than the main, going for the badges and going against Elite Four or whatever and all that stuff.
Right.
But yeah, but the anime, like I've been watching on from the beginning on and off for years, and this was the one where I just kind of stopped after a while, so I was just like, fuck it, let me go back to it. So I'm watching it on the app that they have, the Pokemon TV app, and it's just it's been fun. And then my wife is just like, "Are you gonna watch another episode?" I was like, "Yes," right? Because I didn't have to go to work the next day, so it was like, "Well, why not?" Right? So
that's how I am right now. That's how I am right now with like Pluto TV. Like they have like an entire channel of Doctor Who, classic Doctor Who on there. So I've been watching the fuck out of that.
Nice.
And then the other thing that I've been like, when it comes to like video game section now, I've been playing the remake of the Ghostbusters video game that I bought it for the Switch because they had it on sale.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And that game is like, I forgot how much I love that game. So I spent like a whole like past few days just to play the game and to unlock, to try to find everything in the game.
Right.
So I was just like, why am I doing this to myself? Like I already know how it goes, but then at the same time, it's just like, oh, it's so fun. I love being a Ghostbuster. Right?
I wish I was Venkman. I want to be Venkman.
No, Spangler, right? Relax. Oh, and the thing I went back. I was back on playing Super Smash Brothers 2. So that one has been fun. Yeah, and I'm thinking I may go back playing like fighting games because even though Smash is a fighting game, I was just like, well, I do have Mortal Kombat 11, and I recently did get Spawn, and I wanted to try him out, more so.
Oh.
But that and I have the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection that has like 10 different Street Fighter games.
Nice.
So I was just like, I could play fighting games if I want to, but at the same time, it's just like I'm one of those dudes where I like to play fighting games against other people. And sometimes because the whole thing is, it's like the connection here sometimes is kind of like because there's so many devices connected that I'm just like I can barely go online sometimes, so that's what sucks. So I'm like, you know what? I'll play for a bit, and then when it's just like, I'm bored already because I'm not playing against somebody who's competitive. Right. I mean, like, I'm not saying I'm the best at it, far from it, but it's like, listen, I've been playing fighting games for years, and I'm just like, I'm okay. I can hold my own.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good. As long as you can hold your own, that's all that really matters sometimes, right?
No, but I think I told you before, I have played against people that actually play competitively, and I do have one or two associates that are actually professional, game players, and that right there is just the whole thing of like, you don't want to play against them because they'll make you feel humble, like shit, but whatever.
You have to. You can't just go in.
No, I'm just saying I'm still gonna play. Like, I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna try. And then, like, once like the controller's just like, I'm like, yeah, hey, you got it now.
Well, then you can learn from them,
Exactly. That's
No,
that's how you
true.
learn.
Yeah.
That's the best way to fucking figure it out is fucking just try it.
Right.
Yeah.
Indeed.
But yeah, that's been pretty much it. And then oh my god, it's just this whole thing or whatever is just shooting a lot of stuff right now. So I was just kind of getting scared because I was just like, all right, I've already seen that list when we brought up, what was it? We brought it up in the last episode of all the cons that have been canceled.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything.
Yeah, but they still haven't announced about New York yet. So I'm just like,
well, they haven't.
I mean, like, I understand though. Signs point to it more than likely it might not happen.
Right, but they have to wait till the last minute because they get hit with huge fees if they're not told to cancel. Like that way, they have no choice. So
and that I get, and because the thing is this, it's like, all right, you already have some states, and Steve, could tell you that, like in Florida, they're about to,
Monday.
Yeah, Monday is apparently back to normal over there. So,
okay.
And that whole thing is, it's like the fear that I have is they're gonna do that, and the second wave of the whole COVID thing. That's the fear that I have.
Yeah,
the second wave.
We'll see what happens because like right now, I think New York has to take it easy because I know
we're number one.
Right, and Queens is number
one. You're number one.
Exactly.
But apparently now the rise is that the Bronx has climbed up so much now.
Yeah.
And what I love is that they're saying it's in the area where Yankee Stadium is. So I was like, oh, makes sense. Now I'm just fucking. It's just like it's you've been seeing it more and more that a lot of people in this neighborhood don't care.
Why?
They don't wear the mask. They're hanging out. Like my neighborhood is just like they're the rebellious teenager. There's like there's no COVID. We don't like they all just go out there, hang out, fucking act a fool.
But that's not just them because it's like that over here too. Like it's just people that just don't give a fuck. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like
it's not like if like they're completely ignorant. Yeah, they are completely ignorant, but like they just don't care. They feel that like the government shouldn't be telling them what to do.
Yeah, it's like calm down, everybody. Like, I mean, this is a deadly disease that like killed so many people. It's like, why would you even want to even invite that into your household?
Yeah,
no, but they don't care. They're like, I just want to live my life. I want to live my life. I want to do whatever the fuck I want to do. You can't tell me what I can't do.
I'm just picturing now, whatever, as they say that, you just hear America. I'm like, all right.
Pretty much. Then with Confederate flag right behind them, yeah.
Oh, damn.
And a bald eagle. But like I said, it's just that second wave is the fear that I have. Like, a lot of places already have they've calmed it down a good amount, and that's fine. But it's still, I still think it's like a little early to tell.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, eventually we do have to go. We have to go forward.
Of course.
Like, things have to get to some kind of normalcy.
What is normal? But what is normal? Nobody knows.
I would say like the more of like the old patterns again. Like like business
that you're used to, but that doesn't mean that that's normal.
No, there's no such thing as normal.
There is no such thing as normal.
Not looking that you're talking to three individuals that are like so out there anyway that like
we're all far from normal. So yeah,
pretty much. So
yeah, but what I would say like the whole the I can rephrase it as business normalcy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't think I still think that it's still a little too early to tell. Like there's still a lot that we don't know about this virus, and hey, if you want to risk it, I'll be as fucked to say like this, but bye con Dios and best of luck.
Yeah, all you can do is just protect yourself.
Yeah, I mean
before you wreck yourself.
It's stupid. That's what I was thinking. It's like, Alex, from my job, we invite people in on Fridays called dim sum that we have. It's an open forum for all people to be creative. Like, you don't have to be, in my opinion, everybody's creative in their own way. Yeah. It's just that they might not realize it. So like this forum is meant for you to come and hang out with a whole bunch of my team, host it, and you come into our space and I feed you and you get free drinks and food. And then you just do this nice little collaboration thing that's called Problems and Truths. And we usually have hundreds of people there. And I've been working with my team to rethink how we're going to do that, because we don't have a cap, really. So people have to now social distance themselves. And I don't know how we're going to do that with this forum. Usually we just have people come in and people walk around, they hang out, and there's music playing afterwards, and they drink and get fucked up. And it's really cool. But now I'm like, so now we're going to have to definitely lock the elevator. We have to cap it at a certain point. We don't know who's going to be coming upstairs, and if we keep it open, and now we're going to have to shut it down. And how am I seating people? How am I feeding them? Because not everybody's going to be open to eating anything that's open and out.
Oh, you just reminded me. Apparently, the whole thing after all this, that they're planning to like take away the buffet,
which makes sense.
Like like any public buffets or whatever, they're gonna try to eliminate that. Because they're saying that it's too much cross contamination, all that stuff. Too many people, hovering over one another, and especially, I don't know if you remember watching videos online that people going fucking crazy over crab legs.
or that one dude, the fucking old dude that was just eating the soup out of the fucking thing with the ladle and putting the ladle back in the fucking cup.
Oh, that is not cool at all.
Yeah.
That freaked me out.
Yeah, fuck that old dude.
Steve's professional thing. I hope that guy gets the cronies.
Yeah, for real. He for all we know, he's fucking like Agent Zero, like Patient Zero. Yeah.
Why is everyone dropping after I have my soup?
Oh, you're full, old man.
That is not cool. Wow. Yeah. So there's that, but
yeah.
Everything will work out, Alex. Don't worry.
No, that I know, but it's just like the whole thing of like after everything starts going back into that pace, right? I know everything's gonna be different. Movie theaters have to be different now because
Oh my God!
Oh, we'll be talking about that in a little bit.
Yeah. Sweet.
All right. So yeah. So right now going back to 10. I was like, what you been up to, 10?
Yeah, 10. What have you been up to?
Working.
Yay.
Taking charge at my job that people don't know.
Kicking ass and taking names.
I've been told them I'm taking charge on stuff. I just been doing it and saying, fuck it, I'm just gonna do this and you're gonna listen. So
fuck it, yeah.
Mario said you're such an alpha.
No, it's more like you're just such a mom. That's what it is.
Well, I am the office manager, so I am like the office mom. So I take care of my people. But I don't know. I've been catching up on my anime. Because I missed most of my Hero Academia, so I caught up on all of them. I'm like missing like 3 more, but it was awesome.
I have to watch like more than just half of the first season.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I've only been through like half of the first season.
Oh yeah, like I'm at the last, and it was so cool. Like we've been catching up on doing that, and then watching a lot of horror movies. I watched Gretel and Hansel because it wasn't Hansel and Gretel and Hansel.
Right, yeah, because it was the girl that was more of like the protagonist in it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. That was horrible.
Yeah, I kind of figured it was.
Tell us how you really feel.
That was such a horrible movie.
It was dog shit. Yeah, I got
Why are we watching this now? But I was like, I will get through this.
Yeah,
I watched it, but it was like
She's one of those where when she starts, it's like I have to complete this.
Yes,
even if it hurts me, I can do this.
It was painful.
And then after you did it, it's like you're like battle stricken, walking around with a limp and everything. So how was it? It was bad.
She has blood coming out of her eyes.
Yeah, blood coming out from her eyes mixed with tears of like, was it really that scary? No. Shit.
It just hurt.
Scary about that movie whatsoever. Like Fantasy Island, I watched that. That was kind of good.
Yeah.
That was pretty.
Spanish Anna was dope. I like that one a lot.
It was really cool. It was like, okay, I see where we're going here. That's really, I got it. Okay, this is good.
It was a really good twist on the entire.
Yes, I loved it. I was like, okay, this is.
Cool. I was gonna say, did they pay homage to fucking Hervé and Ricardo Montalban?
A little bit,
yeah, a little bit.
Oh, nice.
It was good. It was good. I liked it. Did you guys see? There's a I think it's on Shudder. There's a movie called The Room or Room. I think it is. It is really an interesting movie. It's like supposed to be a horror movie. It's kind of I don't know. It depends on how like love horror, so nothing really scares me. Where sometimes you get a jump scare in there once in a while, but that movie Room was really interesting. The whole way they put it together. It was really interesting movie. I watched it and I was like, oh. Is it
the same one that was on Netflix for a couple years ago, or is it a whole new?
No, this is new. It says 2019.
Okay, yeah, so it's not what I was thinking about. Okay.
Yeah. So it was a good movie. I liked it. I was like, because Shudder sometimes doesn't have the best horror movies.
Yeah, they have a lot of B movies on there.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, let me check this out. And I'm like, oh, that was pretty good.
Nice.
So I like that too. Yeah. I don't know, just been doing a whole lot of reading and about just all my reading has to do with serial killers because I'm obsessed with serial killers.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's
cool. I love it. I've been reading.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tan. She has a thing for anime and she has an obsession for serial killers. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Tan.
Oh yeah.
It's the criminal background that that criminal law background that I have. So it's like really intriguing to me I try to figure out like, wow, what made you?
Why did you do this?
Yeah, it's like, wow. And now I'm reading about kids that kill. Like these kids it's amazing how like they don't have that empathy because some of them are just like these teenagers where they're just like, fuck that, I want what I want. And then they just like kill people where you're just like.
Are you talking about like the Melendez brothers and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's kind of like that where like there's like these kids who are like serial killers. Like there's one little girl, I don't know how old she was. She was like really young. She's just killing other little kids because she could and she got away with it.
You have nice hair. I want nice hair.
And then she scalps her and she puts it on her health. Yeah.
And she's wearing it around or whatever. Like, like, I'm pretty now. Yeah. We just wrote a movie now.
Well, there's a podcast that I listen to that they talk about a lot of that shit, and they also go into cults and all this other shit. Time Suck. That's fucking great. It's one of the best podcasts ever.
What is it?
Time Suck. Yeah, and it's with a comedian or whatever that I actually like got to meet him a couple months ago, and he's basically talking about pretty much everything, whether it's serial killers or cults or random shit, and it's just him talking just about one topic entire episode.
That's cool.
Great. And he also whenever it gets all sour and weird, he just mixes it up with some comedy because it's fucking great.
Yeah. It's awesome. Cool. See, I like that shit too. That's the thing. I watched one documentary. That's the other thing I was watching a lot of too. I've been doing a lot of watching documentaries, and I like on cults, and everybody's seen the Tiger King, so everybody knows that. Watch that before.
You gotta call it by the right name. White trash Game of Thrones.
Stop it.
Technically, that's what it is.
It's the truth. There's nothing wrong with that.
Instead of dragons, you got tigers.
Yeah.
It was good. It was just like before it even got really big, I saw it and I was like, let me just watch that. And then I was like, oh, it's a docuseries. Well, okay. Yeah. Then I just kept going on and on and on, and I'm like, okay, this was really good.
It throws you off in the beginning. You're like, holy shit, what the fuck is that?
And what is it? Instead of the Daenerys or whatever, right? You have Carol fucking Baskin.
Right. But it's so surprising because I'm like, wow, this dude could really fucking sing. Are you kidding me? Is that really him?
Carol Baskin killed the husband. Oh my god, I totally forgot that I wanted to bring up a story. That I told Steve about outside the podcast. I think Tan, you appreciate this. So I was checking out Instagram the other day, right? Just randomly, just scrolling down through it, just looking at people's stuff that they posted,
right?
And at one part, there was a suggestion of people to follow, and one of the first persons that popped up was an ex of mine.
That's always fun.
So it made like, you know, so I was just like taken back by this, and right, and it says there follows you, and I was like, oh no, block. Right, so the whole thing that really got me is this. It's like, yeah, block. Oh! But yeah, so what really like took me back by it is that years back, after, you know, she did her damage, right, that she tried to like make peace, if you will, right, and it was the whole thing of like, listen, we're not together anymore. The damage has been done. Like, there's no point of remaining friends, especially like we had a bad falling out.
Okay.
So, so she one day she tried to call me because, you know, she wanted to see how I was doing. So when she called, I was like, "Why are you doing this?" Right? Oh, I'm just trying to extend the olive branch of peace. And I was like, "Bitch, I hate olives," and I hung up.
It's the truth. Yeah.
No, but Steve already knows I don't like olives either. So, you know, it made more like, you know. But yeah, so the thing that really gets me is this. It's like, it has been like, I want to say about 10, like a little over 10 years already that all this has been said and done, and yet you're still, you know, trying to see what's up, like, you know, like trying to somehow get back into my life one way or another. There's really no point, like, you know, like it like, you know, it's over, OVA, over.
I get that, but I don't think it's just like, I don't think it's in that way. I think it's more or less like she's kind of trying to say hi.
Maybe. I mean, you know, but it all too depends on how you left. Like if you got a bad breakup.
All right. The whole thing was this, because, you know, we can get to story time right now.
Story time.
Story time.
All right. Sit down, kid. I got the story. So
there's one time at band camp, yeah.
I stuck a foot in my pussy.
I didn't even know you had one of those, Alex.
Yeah. The cat does not like me anymore. Oh, sorry, wrong pussy. So years back, when her and I, when we first started going out, her ex-fiance came back into the picture and was trying to talk to her to see, you know, what was up, right? So I decided, like, you know, like, listen, if he's coming back to you, talking to him, and you want to, you know, see what's going on, I can't stop you, because he was in your life before I came into the picture, and we were just, you know, first kind of, you know, we were just like fresh going out. So I decided to, you know, do what you got to do.
Right.
All he wanted was just to smash and run. That's it. That's all he wanted. He just wanted to, you know, wham bam, thank you, ma'am, and that's it. So she comes back to me, right? Like, you know, like all upset and everything like that. And as the good guy that I was, like, you know, we didn't end, you know, we didn't end in bad terms. It kind of went back to kind of like, you know, that we were together, but apparently in her eyes we weren't. It was like
the Ross and Rachel thing. You on break, but she didn't see that.
Yeah. So like, to me, it's like we're doing everything that we were doing as a couple, you know, right? But because of this one situation or whatever, that, you know, the way that everything was is like, we're not back together. Okay. So whatever. So fast forward a little bit, and it was her birthday. I decided to be nice and to get her friends to have like a surprise birthday for her and all this stuff. And at the same time that, you know, that we were having her birthday, that we were having at her place with her friends, you know, I gathered together like her favorite cake, and, you know, we you know, I put money together to order food and stuff too. And at the same time or whatever, she was talking to this dude on the phone. And during that time or whatever, right, this was like when I was trying to see if there was still, you know, if there was still something. Mm-hmm. So apparently after that day with, you know, with the birthday and all that stuff, she went on a date with said dude, and she gives me a call later on the day. Oh, now, you know, now her and that dude are going out.
Oh, okay. That's right? Super fucking fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. So no. So she goes up to me on this whole thing of like, oh, we were just friends. It's like, oh yeah, because friends fuck like that. Okay, yeah.
Maybe
So
my friends do. I don't know.
Yeah. So,
See how she is.
yeah. So she tries to apologize to me or whatever, and from there, like apologize to me, like, listen, I'm sorry, I didn't, like I didn't think I was leading you on, and or anything like that. And I'm just like, I did all these things for you to show how much I cared. Oh, so she tried to use it against me, like, oh, so you're trying to buy my love? No, that wasn't it. Right? Like that was far from it. I was just trying to show you how much I cared or whatever the hell, but apparently you didn't care back. So that's when I truly decided to just make sure, that's it, done.
Well, see, you didn't need her in your life anyway because she wasn't worth your while.
Yeah,
exactly.
But with like, but it was like the damage that was done when it came to that was that it made me feel worthless for years. That like, like how is it that, I try to show someone that I care so much, right? But they try to use everything against me. It's like, I mean, I know now that wasn't my fault.
Right.
Yeah. But that whole situation of like, how, like, how can one really be that dense and careless?
You know how?
No.
You know how? Because they're a cunt. That's why. How about that?
It was funny because I was like, I was never gonna mention, the girl's name or whatever. I was just gonna refer to.
No,
I was gonna refer to her as Karen.
Oh, damn, bro.
Yeah. So
anonymous.
Yeah. So I just wanted to refer to her as Karen, and like for the inside joke, we all know why. Like but yeah. So I was So so Karen, if you somehow come to this or whatever, I do hope everything's okay with you, but just know that keep away. Thank you.
Well, we all have those kind of stories. We all can just go have a drink and talk. Those are plentiful stories. Trust me, I got some for you.
If you need one, I got one. We're the same boat, guy.
Yeah. So like I said, it really gets me that after like whatever 10 plus years that I just randomly see out of nowhere, Karen popping up, and she follows me on Instagram. Like,
that's funny. Like you didn't even.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Delete. Yeah.
Yeah. For those that like are watching, I was just doing the Matt Hardy delete pose, so the broken Matt, yeah. So
he's broken.
Yeah, I was broken emotionally. Yeah.
You have the essence.
Yeah. She was the whole of the ass.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
But but then I was gonna joke around saying, but to make it fair, I was gonna it's gonna be Karen with the C, for obvious reasons. Like, what do you mean? As in, see you next Tuesday?
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So, no, but but like I said, I was just taken back by that. Like, why is this happening? Like,
bro,
why not? It's about that time. Why not?
Yes. Indeed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, speaking about that time, let's get into the ranker list.
Oh, Tan, you're gonna have
fun. Yeah. So I kind of went over this with Tan before we started recording, before you got on, Alex.
Yeah.
But I kind of went over it, basically letting her know that this list is basically a list that comes from ranker.com, and it's basically a website that they list a bunch of shit and people vote on them.
Cool.
So this one list that we're going to do today is it's an interesting one because it's the best fantasy movies of the 1980s. Yes.
Awesome.
Best fantasy movies of the 1980s. And we're going to do the top 10. So these movies can either be, well, of course, they're fantasy movies, so it could be sci-fi, it could be action comedy. There's anything that has to do with some type of fantastical type shits is going to be on this list, and it's going to be a really fun list. So, being that you are a guest with us today from 10, I want you to give me one of your guesses for the top 10 fantasy movies
from the 1980s.
Yes.
Wow. They're really back.
I got like 5 in my mind right
Back
now.
in my younger days.
You're like you're on the same age as us. I don't want to fucking hear
That
it.
was all of our younger days.
Oh wow. Man. So see, in my head, it's just horror movies.
That's fantasy. Horror.
I'm like, the Lost Boys were awesome, so I don't know if that's there.
The Lost Boys is awesome, but that is not in the top 10. That is not in the top 10. It is a dope ass fucking play.
Not know. Wow, I have to really.
All right, I'll give you the idea of this.
You got
Alex, go. You.
What
One
you
of
got?
my favorite fantasy movies from the 80s, Willow.
Willow is on the list, but it is not in the top 10.
Okay. What number is it?
More than 10.
Yeah, it's actually number 21. How about that?
Wow, so it can legally drink. Way to go, Warwick Davis.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a problem with that drinking though. But yeah. So 10. What do you think would be the next one?
You're saying stuff like that.
It could be animated. It could be some like awesomeness. It could be a sci-fi movie that we've seen, or like a classic movie with classic artists that we've known as far as musically, or little creatures.
Oh, wait a minute. Now you brought it up for me more. Like
the what?
Gremlins?
Gremlins? Yes, Gremlins is on the list. I just gave you number 5.
I had to really think, and I was thinking of something like Gremlins. Yeah.
Yes, so Gremlins is number 5. So good job.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh my god! And Steve or whatever disappeared after they said that. Fucking Gremlins. They came out of nowhere like come out of nowhere like Steven.
Yeah, basically.
All right. Well,
Alex,
my second. Well, this one I'm gonna go for because it's really of a cult classic. It's the one with Tom Cruise. I think it's Legion.
No, that is not in the top 10.
Okay.
Yes. So 10. What is yours? Next one.
I don't know. RoboCop? Was RoboCop there?
Oh, that is a really good one, but no, that is not in the top 10.
That's cool.
That would be more sci-fi than fantasy.
Well, it doesn't matter.
I'd buy that for $1.
There's a lot of movies on this list that you're like, holy shit, this actually counts for it. But yeah.
Wow. Okay. What you got, Alex?
Never-ending story.
Never-ending story. That is on the list. That is in the top 10 as well. And that is number what is it? Number 7.
Way to go.
Yes. Good job with the never-ending story.
Oh.
So, and what is your next guess?
Let's see. Was E.T. in there? E.T.
Yes. E.T. the Extraterrestrials, number 8.
Ooh.
Yeah, but that would be more sci-fi than fantasy.
It's still fantasy because it's shit that you weren't thinking about from the fucking 80s.
Yeah, remember, we're talking 80s though too. Categories.
Yeah, because, okay, I got it. All right, so then, if you said it could be animated, The Black Cauldron, my favorite Disney movie of all time.
Oh, that is a great fucking movie, but that is not on the list right now.
I'm going
through the list. And there are other animated movies on here, but that is not on here right now.
We need Friendly right now to come on. No way. Got it. Garbage.
Yeah, basically. No, but there are a lot of good ones on here actually. Tan, give me one more, and then Alex, you're gonna have the last one.
Shoot, that's I don't know what that be. Stephen King is in my head, but that's horror. So. Sorry.
It's sci-fi fantasy, Cujo.
That's always in my head, though. That's always in my head.
Oh, let's see. Was Ghostbusters 80s? Did you say that?
Yes, yeah. Ghostbusters is the 80s, and that is the number one.
Sweet.
Yes.
Nice. Awesome.
Yes. Yay.
Yeah, but you know, it's funny how I love Ghostbusters, but to me, that would be more sci-fi than anything else.
It's fantasy, dude. Like, it's so much.
Just explain this.
Yeah, no, but you get, like, to me, it's just like, all right. So, because in that case or whatever, then we get, what is that movie? Fucking Batteries Not Included.
Oh, that's a great one, too, but that is not on the top 10.
That's crazy. What?
Yeah. Do you have one more guess or no, Alex?
It was funny because Tara just popped up with the other one I was thinking was Labyrinth too. So,
oh yeah, that one actually. I'm gonna go over it in a second. That Labyrinth is actually number 6.
Oh, okay. Tara, thank you. Like it was funny. I was thinking about that, and then as I was thinking about that, right? Tara comes with the save, and I'm just like, but like I said, the whole thing is this to me. I consider more fantasy of things like, like how, like I was like Never Ending Story and fucking Willow and things like that. Like, we could even go with like shit like the Dungeons and Dragons movie or whatever.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. So let's go over these. Okay. So I'm gonna go over the top 15. I only asked you guys for the top 10, but I'll give you the top 15 right now.
Okay.
So number 15, we have Big.
Oh, that was the 80s, and that's weird. I mean.
Well, you know what? That one, I can kind of see it because like how the fuck did the Amazing Sultar do with that magic?
Yeah, exactly. It's magical and it's fucking weird and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Number 14, we have Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Yes. Number 13, we have Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Number 12, we have The Little Mermaid. Number 11.
That was 89.
Yeah, it's still.
That was 89.
Yeah, and number 11 is actually 89 as well, and that was one of our favorite movies, Alex. It's Batman.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So now to the top 10, we have Roger Rabbit at number 10.
Oh, wow.
You know what's funny? That's pretty good. I watched that like a few weeks back too.
That shit is great, dude.
Wow.
Number 9, we have The Princess Bride.
Oh, okay.
10 mentioned The Extraterrestrial, E.T. at number 8. Then we also had The Never-Ending Story at number 7. Number 6, we have The Labyrinth.
Nice.
Number 5, The Gremlins. Number 4, we have Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Indiana's killing it.
yeah, for real. He's all over the fucking place.
Wow.
And it's fucking great because Indiana Jones is great.
Yeah.
Number 3, one of my favorite movies of all time, The Goonies.
Oh, wow.
Number 2, another great fucking Michael Keaton movie in this fucking top 10. Fucking Beetlejuice.
Come on, that was like one of my favorites, and I totally didn't think of that.
Yeah. And the number 1, like you mentioned, Ghostbusters.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, those are the top 10 80s fantasy movies, or the top 10 best fantasy movies according to Ranker.com. So, yeah.
When did Heavy Metal come out?
Oh, that is a good fucking movie too. I don't remember when that shit came out.
I want to say late 80s.
I would think that would be somewhere on that list though, because Heavy Metal was cool.
Oh, fucking awesome.
1981.
The one thing that you can never watch in front of parents.
Yeah. That came out in 1981. That was a long time ago. Yeah.
Wow, came out the year. Oh, I'm gonna just Shut up.
It's okay. It was the year before I was born, so yeah.
The year I was born.
I'm not going to say anything at all.
Dan, you were like 79, so I don't want to hear it. Whatever.
Okay, keep believing.
Keep thinking that, guy. Keep thinking that.
Yeah. So but like I said, the only gripe with that list right there is that to me, like anything that has some sort of science or whatever to it would be more sci-fi to me than fantasy.
Well, yeah.
But I do get the concept of
Right.
like, you know, that it's still, you know, that this isn't real science. Like they're like, oh, weird science.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Mannequin. That's another great fucking movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of weird at times, but it's still fucking good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Better than Mannequin 2. Yeah.
It's kind of funny. Mannequin 2. So like, what is it? There's more than one. Or they have kids, but you know, if you don't believe in the power of love, they're mannequins too.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, mannequins too. Yeah. So that's it for the ranker list, and it's good to have the ranker list back on. I missed it. Yeah, I did. It was fun. Ranker list is always fun because it kind of makes you guys think a little bit.
Yeah, that's cool.
Get your juices flowing before we get into before we get into the geek shit. So before we get into that, we have the mid song, which is a song that, you know, like I said, I listen to a lot of fucking music, and this one band that I started listening to this week they came out with an album last week. Of course, I was listening to Trivium all last week because it's a fucking great ass album. But this week they came out with a song called with an album that's called Afterburner, and the band I'm talking about is Dance Gavin Dance, and this is their 9th studio album. I've never fucking heard of these dudes, and they're fucking great. Yeah. This band is basically like a post-hardcore band, so they're heavy, but they have a different type of sound, and it's really fucking good. They mix a lot of progressive as well as, you know, the heavy vocals and very melodic at times. It's really fucking good. So the song that I picked off of their latest album, Afterburner, is Born to Fail. Because why the fuck not, right? we all have to fail sometimes, unfortunately.
Yeah, especially these record lists.
Yeah, exactly. So about to start playing the song. So we'll be right back. God damn it. Okay. And we're back. Yay. We're back. Yay. So that was a Dance Gavin Dance with some pretty awesome fucking musics. I really fucking like that album. It's actually really fucking good. It's a lot better than I expected it to be. Of course, I only heard a couple songs before that, but the fact that they have 8 other albums before this one, I'm like, okay, I guess they have like a good fucking following. So
they must be doing something right if they have they're up to 9 studio albums.
Exactly, 9 studio albums is fucking great. Yeah, so yeah, go check them out. They're fucking awesome. So now let's get into some fucking geek shit, which is yeah. And this week, of course, it's of course like no others. There's tons of other shit happening. Of course, because of all this shit happening, we got some news that Sony's basically delaying a lot of Marvel movies because of their delays in production.
Right.
Two of their major delays, which is basically Into the Spider-Verse Part 2, which is supposed to be coming out in April of this coming year, basically got pushed back until not this coming year, the next couple of years. In 2022, it got pushed back until October of 2022, which fucking sucks because Spider-Verse is fucking dope. And then we also the third Spider-Man movie, which is in conjunction with Marvel Studios and all the Marvel shit, got pushed back again till November of 2021. Sucks assholes, because what the fuck. And then not only just that, but the Sony project itself, which is Venom that we spoke about last week,
right.
Now got pushed back from June to October of this year, which kind of sucks too.
Yeah,
but it's totally fucking understandable, right? And all of these moves have basically moved a bunch of the Marvel stuff in general as well. So now we basically moved Doctor Strange from November of 2021 to March 25th of 2022. And Thor 4, Thor Love and Thunder, basically got moved from the 18th, but they moved it forward just 1 week to February 11th of 2022. So that's going to be a good, I guess, Valentine's weekend. Yeah. But a good thing that's happening, that's coming out of this, is that something I'm kind of excited for is that Sony is, of course, we spoke about on the show that they're doing the Uncharted adaptation, the live action adaptation of it. And that got pushed from from October to July of 2021. So that's going to be coming a lot sooner because, of course, there's going to be a lot of time between filming and stuff like that. So that's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited to see the Uncharted movie. And that's going to be, of course, we spoke about it. Uncharted's going to have Tom Holland. It's going to be Nathan Drake. And that's going to be fucking cool. So I'm excited to see that. Yeah. So yeah, Marvel has basically shit the bed because of fucking Sony. Yeah. Sony's like, fuck you guys. You guys are gonna make $1 bazillion, so we'll figure something out.
Go get your money with Disney Plus, bitches.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So the next thing that we have on here is something that it has to do with the MCU, of course, and that's Deadpool. Deadpool, of course, we know is like one of the best fucking I guess comic book movies that we've seen in fucking ages, and the fact that it's an R-rated comic book movie is even better. Because of course you kind of need fucking curses with fucking Deadpool, right? Why the fuck not, right? That's what you need. It's only right. If you've read the comics and you see how his character is, you know that he breaks the fourth wall and he does whatever the fuck he feels like. So in seeing that that Deadpool basically in a way moved over to the Marvel universe, which means that he's part of Disney now. It kind of makes you wonder, like, what's gonna happen with Deadpool, right?
Yeah.
How are they gonna make this work?
Right. So in an interview recently, Ryan Reynolds basically was like, "Oh man, I really don't know. It looks like it is gonna happen. So it's just all new to being moved over to Marvel and now, but figuring the ins and outs is where it's at right now. It's they still don't know what the fuck is going on. So we'll see what happens. We don't know if they're gonna be bringing him over as far as like full term, as far as like having a rated R Disney movie." Which is something that's pretty much never fucking happened.
Yeah, that's wow.
Like understandable, like a hard R or like a hard PG-13, but a rated R Disney movie. Ugh. Have we seen that? No, we haven't ever. Even like the fucking the National Treasure movies. Those aren't even like rated R movies. They're PG-13 at the most. But even then, I don't even think they're PG-13. I think they're probably rated fucking PG.
Yeah.
I'll look that shit up now, actually. But yeah, the fact that
Also remember that the subsidiary for Disney is also Buena Vista. See if any Buena Vista movies had any up there. Like that's another thing that they can try to push with that. That if it's not directly Disney, they can kind of get away with it. And remember, with anything PG-13.
Yeah, National Treasure was actually PG.
Yeah,
PG-13. And you said Buena Vista.
Yeah, because remember that's a subsidiary for Disney. That that I think that you can get away with more stuff with that one.
I don't think they would though.
But even with I understand though, like it would be I would say it would be in their best interest to try to see if there is some kind of middle ground for it, because the success with Deadpool was that they let that character, like the stupidest way I can say is they let Deadpool be Deadpool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So to make that work, especially for now that that King Mouse has it now, right? That you can try to be like, well, even though it is Disney or whatever, let's push for our first R movie. Even I can see right now the mouse going, I don't know if we're gonna do this.
I think the last one that was done by Buena Vista was actually the Pirates of the Caribbean. That was PG-13.
Yeah, but they did have violence with it or whatever, But it was like, I'm not gonna say toned down violence, but it's just like classy violence. Yeah.
That's not the draw of Deadpool, because he's fucking kill people. But I mean his mouth. I mean, he's the merc with he's the merc with the mouth. That's what you expect. You're expecting him to be him.
Yeah,
I mean,
I can say right now the first line that would be like when that movie first starts is like he could just like fuck Disney, like just say it like that.
I can't. Yeah, Disney. Wow.
And then out of nowhere, whatever you just hear, and then after that or whatever, somehow whatever he just gets blocked by a mouse. Like you can't do that.
Pretty much.
Oh man. Yeah. See, and I have my Deadpool shirt on too. Look, I like it.
Nice. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's like,
so it's kind of weird to see like where it's gonna stand now, because like of course it's fucking great and it's made a lot of fucking money. It's made a shit ton of money in fucking theaters. So like the fact that like they possibly might not make it into a rated R movie is kind of like, is it actually still gonna hold up to what we've seen before, or what's gonna happen with it in general if they're actually gonna do another one? So
sad.
Let's just cross our fingers and hope.
I was gonna say also, like, imagine if you will, how would you introduce him to the MCU like that?
It's not that hard.
No, I don't. Like you get me, like like the whole thing of like oh my god, it's fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah, the romance there going on there.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be that hard because, of course, like the character introduces himself. Period.
I was gonna joke around saying too, like at least Josh Brolin still has a job, even though they killed him off as Thanos. He can come back as Cable.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they really can. But yeah, like I was saying, like Deadpool doesn't really need any real introduction because he does his own thing regardless of what it is.
True story.
Because he does break the fourth wall all the fucking time. That's part of his character. Like always breaking the fourth wall, whether it's in the comics or anything. In the comics and stuff, like we've mentioned on the show before, like he kills all the fucking writers and shit too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So the fact that he's breaking the fourth wall and for him to actually come into the MCU and be like, okay, yeah, what the fuck is this shit that's happening? Like, yeah.
Wow.
It kind of makes sense, like, you know, seeing what could possibly happen, which is what I'm excited for. I kind of want to see that, but what I'm not too excited for is basically like how it's gonna pan out and how it's gonna work out. Because of course, you know, we want a rated R Deadpool.
We do.
Yeah,
we do.
because it's not gonna be as bloody and awesome as it was once before.
I mean, it kind of forced Disney's hand to do something different, right? Or they can, like, remember, since they do have a lot of properties or whatever, they can maybe push it under something as like, what was the one with like Punisher and stuff like that? Was it Marvel Legends that, like, you know, they kind of put it as like for mature stuff? Was that it?
Like
you know, like if you're gonna classify it, like, so you
like Marvel Knights or whatever.
Yeah, there you go. Like something like that. Like, you know, like just to kind of like, you know, so they could be like, listen, still a Marvel property, but remember, this is for kids.
Yeah, but we haven't seen that as far as like cinematically or whatever. And the fact that they're not trying to do a whole different studio. They're trying to do like, okay, yeah, we're gonna stick everything under Marvel Studios.
Yeah.
Is something that's gonna be kind of interesting to see what they're gonna do.
And
if they do bring him in, they might not even bring him in as a whole separate Deadpool movie at the moment. They might want to, you know, reel him in as far as like bringing him into like a cameo into something else.
Okay.
Oh, I still remember we were just joking around saying, imagine they put him in fucking
he'll be like comedic relief for everything else.
Yeah, and say like he could take the place of the Stan Lee cameo.
Exactly. Instead of bringing in Bruce Campbell, bring him in, right?
Yeah.
It's only right. Yeah. And I guess I was gonna speak about this later on, but the fact that we're already on Disney right now, instead of, you know, mixing shit up and going back and forth, we got news this week that Disney is going to be doing a live action Hercules, which is kind of interesting because Hercules is one of my favorite animated features from the 90s.
Yeah.
I fucking love that movie.
Gladiator.
The fact that they're actually turning this into a live action is kind of like, how are they gonna do this? Because of course they're working on Milan, of course, and it kind of looks okay.
Yeah, but with Mulan, remember we talked about it. How, what was it, that a lot of like, what is the Chinese audience were kind of offended by the whole thing, saying like, if you're gonna make this more serious.
And that's kind of what they have done. From what we've seen in the trailer, at least, like what we've seen is like they're making this super fucking serious. They're not.
I want to joke around saying, so what? You have the Greeks right now saying like, you know, we don't want the singing, we want the action.
Pretty much.
Bring on the gyros.
Make it another fucking another Clash of the Titans. That's what they want to see.
Yeah.
That movie.
Release the Kraken, boo.
Yeah.
But yeah,
no, it's just Danny DeVito on that one.
No, oh my god, dude, you gotta have DeVito as fucking Phil still.
That'd be awesome.
You gotta give him. You give him the fucking the.
Give him the horns and the fucking and the hooves. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you give him the hooves like fucking Mr. Tumbling and fucking the, you know, the Chronicles of Narnia or whatever.
Fuck yeah.
And it was like DeVito got to still walk around like topless or whatever, but we got the CGI color on his chest hair. Or we got to dye his chest hair.
You don't have to dye it because he's already gray as fuck. Yeah.
No, but you don't want to make him seem old. Remember, it was Phil had the brown.
Can't make him seem young either.
Yeah, I know.
Can't make him too young. He's already old as fuck. Yeah. So
poor Oswald Cobblepot.
He'll be fine. But yeah, dude, like I'm excited but not excited at the same time because I really want to see this. Like, these live action movies have been they've been hit and miss because I enjoyed the Lady and the Tramp one that they did on Disney Plus.
That was a lot better than I expected.
Right.
It was a nice take on it, but nothing is like the original.
The only one I didn't like the fucking what was it? The Lion King. I didn't like that one.
I was half and half on that one. The only thing I wasn't a fan of when it came to that was that extra song that
I don't care about the extra song. That's whatever. I don't care about the music. I don't watch these movies for the fucking music. I the only thing that kind of threw me off on that one, I was kind of they could have picked somebody else. Was the Nala role? Did they really have to put Beyonce in this because she can't act?
They want to draw because
but she can't act.
But they're gonna since Disney's gonna lose their because it's coming to a point where they're going to lose the rights. So in order to keep their rights to these things, because you know how greedy Disney is, they need to do live actions. That'll restart their license so they can keep these names. That's why they're doing all these live actions.
Yeah, did you hear what's on the pipeline already? Apparently there's a live action Pinocchio.
Of course, yeah.
There's a live action Lilo and Stitch.
Right.
Even though that's their property anyway.
Right. So
and there was another one that it skips my mind right now. But yeah, there have been a couple that already have been talks. I mean, the Little Mermaid. That's right.
But they have to do that because they don't want to lose their rights. They barely opened up the vault, so to speak, when they came out with the Disney Plus thing, and that's what was the draw too for a lot of people because you couldn't get certain Disney movies. They couldn't show them at certain places because they own the rights and they didn't want to release them. So now for them to not lose their trademark and the rights to that, they're going to do live action. Every single animated one that they have that they want to keep rights to, they're going to make live action.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we have all these live action movies where you're like, what? How are you doing that? Okay.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. You're absolutely fucking right about that. I
can be kind of funny. If it gets to one point, they'll just be one whole year of every month it's a live action. They'll do a live action Frozen. I was like, you didn't give it enough time.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
Yeah, that's some shit right there.
You're gonna see some kind of Jack Frost looking Olaf or whatever. Hi, I'm Olaf. I like warm hugs.
Please.
No. Yeah.
No, but the one, like I said, the whole Lilo and Stitch, I'm just wondering how is that gonna work? How they're gonna make Stitch look? It's just the whole thing of damn, it's kind of hard for certain things. How can you make it live action?
They're gonna make it work, I'm sure.
Yeah, they always do.
Yeah.
Because regardless of it is, no matter how much we don't want to see it, there's going to be tons of other people that are like, oh my God, I'm going to watch this because it's fucking Disney.
And I think what hurts even more so is that's going to be someone's first, introduction to a classic Disney movie. So they'll be oh, I love Beauty and the Beast. It was yeah, that was a good one. With the one with Emma Watson. Wait, what?
No, not that one. No, not that one. Not the one with Hermione. No, not that one.
Hermione.
Yeah, no.
Not the one with fucking Olaf as as Gaston's oh Gaston. Those pants look good on you. No one tucks his butt like Gaston.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So we'll just have to see, I guess, for what's gonna happen with fucking Hercules, because like I said, I'm excited for it. I'm kind of sad that it's gonna be live action, but I do still love the movie. So
yeah, but the thing that I think, what was it that was it the Russos that are probably supposed to?
Yeah, that's right.
The Russo brothers are supposed to have a hand in it. Yeah. So there is some sort of faith in it. So I can see right now it's like, Hercules, Chris Hemsworth.
No.
I don't see him as Hercules.
You know what's funny though? That's a good question. Who would you pick, Steve?
Not Chris Hemsworth.
It was kind of funny because of the way that he looks. I would joke around saying like, even though he got to do a lot of fucking working out, but we got to pluck him from like the late 80s, early 90s. Kirk Cameron.
Wow. No, he's too religious for Disney.
No, but what I'm saying is joking around because that look, like the look like before Hercules got all the muscles. Yeah. Remember when before he discovered that he was the god and he went to work out with Phil. That was fucking Kirk Cameron, dude. That's what it looked like. He like Kirk Cameron, and I killed Tan with that comment.
Yeah, no, Kirk Cameron, no Kirk Cameron.
Yeah, no. Dude.
I'm not saying now. Fuck out of here.
Alexis was saying Liam Hemsworth, which is actually Chris Hemsworth's brother. He's actually pretty good. I could see him.
It's true.
Was that joking around?
He was actually pretty good in what was that, the remake of Red Dawn.
Oh, the remake. Did you like that? I didn't look at the remake yet.
It was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it was okay.
Because I like the original, but I didn't.
Oh yeah, of course. Who doesn't like the fucking original? That shit is great.
Yeah. Joke around saying like, depending on how old the person is, there's an original.
Yeah, there's an original.
It's like saying, there was a Scarface that came out in 1940. What? Like,
Yeah, like nobody watched the movies then. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. And it was in black and white, and it wasn't Clerks.
Yeah. No, it wasn't Clerks. No. I think that was the last black and white movie ever. Yeah, no. Yeah. So, I don't know who else would actually play Hercules. It's kind of interesting to think about it. Who would you want to see as Hercules 10?
Nobody.
Okay.
She's on that. She's standing. She is standing on that hill of no live action.
Yes. No.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that. I mean, I totally understand the concept and why they have to do it. I totally understand that because they want to keep their stuff. I got it. But sometimes it just in my head, I'm like, okay, enough. I know you have to do this, but enough. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, for real. I agree.
I just want to see my Marvel movies, man.
Yeah, just give me my fucking Marvel shit. That's all I want to see. That's all I care for.
That's right. Yeah. You messed up the Rona has messed up all my movies.
Fucking Rona, hate you, bitch.
It messed up my cinematic experience.
That's right. Can't even go to my theater anymore. I was getting points. I had diamond points, people.
Right, exactly. And
I'm gonna lose out on that free large popcorn, god damn it.
Yeah.
And the medium soda that can't get a refill unless it's you up it to a large for an extra quarter.
Basically.
Or 50 cents.
And speaking of theater points.
Woo! Segue.
Yes. Perfect fucking.
You know, it's funny how you mentioned that, and I'm just thinking I haven't seen those in the convention in quite some time.
He's like,
there's still always that one person that has it, and just like, wow.
How do you see them at 14th Street when you come up from the L train? There's some cops that are riding. I'm like, what the?
Really?
They're just riding around on them. I'm like, bro, use your feet.
Just walk. It's only
you know, it's funny. It's like when that runs out or whatever, they gotta use it like the old school scooter, like they gotta like pit their feet, like, come on, we gotta get the criminal. And then when the battery runs out or whatever, they just stop full in their face.
Interesting.
That'd be fun to watch. I'll be down with it.
And then we have another YouTube sensation.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not on there already.
True.
So speaking of theaters, We may not be seeing any more Universal movies in AMC theaters ever again. This is because Jeff Shell, the CEO of Universal, was basically like super fucking excited over the fact that Trolls World Tour made almost $100 million in digital sales and over 5 million digital copies sold within the first couple weeks of it actually, coming out.
Right.
And I did tell you about it. I did see it too, and it's not bad. A lot better than I expected.
Right. And he also continued basically saying, as soon as theaters reopens, he expects to release movies in both formats. Basically saying he wants to release them in theatrical release or whatever, as well as digital release. So he wants them both. He was like, "Fuck it, I'm putting them out all the ways, no matter what. People can watch it all the time, no matter how much they fucking won't care about it." He was like, "Yeah, I want to do it both, whether it's on digital or if it's in theaters." But then we got news from AMC basically saying like, "Yo, this is really fucking disappointing." About the comments or whatever from Jeff, and he's basically saying that effective immediately, AMC will no longer play any Universal movies in any of our theaters in the United States, Europe, or the Middle East.
Wow,
that's fucking insane. Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that right there, whatever. What is it? You got Regal Cinemas. I'd be like, yes, we're gonna get the
right.
hit.
Exactly.
Or the smaller indie theaters or whatever that that to save that theater. It's like, oh my god, we got the new Fast movie.
Yeah, no, that might not even come out in theaters either, because that's part of Universal as well.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, no, I'm talking about like the indie theater.
You would have to, yeah. You would have to go to either in the indie theaters or like the AMC's, like to the Regals and shit like that, or like fucking like the Cinemarks.
Right. Yeah. So are they in violation of a contract between AMC? Is that the issue?
I don't think it's a violation of contract. It's more like the fact that they won't be getting any money, basically, because that's what a lot of theaters basically rely on, is basically like opening weekends or whatever. For the most part, most of their sales go through opening weekends and shit like that, or as far as like money coming into the theaters, because Alex knows for the most part he's done theater for a while.
Oh yeah. That's a lot of my jobs when it comes to that, and the thing when it comes to how theaters make their money, because they're renting the movie from the studio, right? And technically what you're doing is like when you the ticket that's sold, that does not go to the theater.
Right.
That goes to the studios, right? Yeah, it goes to the studio. The way that theaters make the money is through concession. That's how they make their money. That's the reason why it's fucking like triple the price and stuff like that. But they rely on things like that, like that they rely on those big openings because they want so many people to come in to buy to buy all the stuff or whatever, to get all that stuff. Like they rely on that because that's their bread and butter. So because how Trolls was supposed to be a big AMC thing, if I remember correctly, I think there was a deal that they were supposed to show it there, but the Rona went, oh no AMC, not today,
Rona.
Yeah, the Rona went, hey AMC, fuck you.
Yeah, the Rona bitch slapped AMC.
Yeah, it went pandemic.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it did.
So because of which,
it is the Ric Flair we want.
Ric Flair child, it went. You want to go? Woo! No,
exactly.
But because of that, I kind of take it as that it was supposed to be a big thing. Like I think what was it that they wanted to postpone it,
right?
Until everything was said and done. but Universal wanted, DreamWorks wanted to push it because they already put so much in advertising that's the reason why it went digital. And look at the success that it, that
of course, because people are home and people want and people are home with their kids and they're home with your kids all day.
Yeah. And the fact that you can't go in.
I mentioned that. Kids. And Alex too, because he watched it.
No, I would watch it, but I think it sounds like a contract dispute because I thought there was an agreement between theaters and movies that they had to wait so many days before they actually offered it via some type of digital form, like for like HBO or something like that. Like they have a certain amount of days.
But I guess it's because they weren't going to be making any money when they originally released it.
Right.
Because so it was right in like the height. Like the height of
right.
That there was no way that you would go to theaters like over the whole country. Technically, the whole world at that point was just actually shut down. So there was no way that
we got to make some money somehow. So
yeah, exactly. So that was the decision that I guess DreamWorks and they were like, well, we got to make our money.
Mm-hmm. Let's do it this way.
Yeah. So
wait, did The Invisible Man come out in theaters before?
It did.
Okay.
Like 1 or 2 weeks before all this shit.
Right. Okay. All right. Because then I know that was offered. There's like lots of movies now that are being offered that way. So that's why I'm trying to just legally I'm thinking in my head.
Bad Boys was another one that came out in theaters just before all this shit happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So it's
I do think it's a mistake on AMC's part, but I guess when it comes to contracts or something like that or whatever, that that the CEO is gonna stick to his guns and just like
both places, yeah, because people are gonna be like, yo, like I'd much rather watch this shit at home, especially after all this shit that's going on.
Yeah.
After all this shit,
I will say this, dude. That is like when it comes to all this, that is the one thing I do miss. I do miss going to a theater and watching a movie.
Fuck yeah, I miss going to fucking concerts all the time.
Yeah, it's gonna be different. Like
yeah, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be crazy.
Like I don't know. Nimue was just saying too. Like she's like, hey, so if we go to the movies and everything opens back up, do we have to sit not next to each other that we're family? I was like, I guess so. If that's the way.
Can you pass the popcorn? You gotta still stay 6 feet.
Here, popcorn, drink.
You have a 3 foot distance between us.
Right.
They're gonna start selling like you're gonna rent like the grabby hands or whatever so you can
exactly. Yeah. Pretty much.
Right.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah, it is, but like I said, I do get the business standpoint of it, and hey, you know what? For one person's loss, it's gonna be someone else's gain regardless.
Of course.
Yeah, for real, it really is. It's always somebody else's gain. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
I guess in other news, some people were wondering, like, is there like some type of dictionary or something for the way Groot speaks and how he talks? Because people understand him all the time, and kind of like Chewbacca. Like, how the fuck do you understand Chewbacca?
Like, it's the inflection of the oh.
Right, exactly.
Like right now, it's a oh versus a oh. Right,
yeah. but with Groot, all he's saying is like, "I am Groot." That's all he's saying all the time.
No, but it depends on his delivery. Is
Right. Yeah. So James Gunn basically was asked about this or whatever. Is there some type of dictionary or something that people understand, or some type of specific language or whatever? And he basically went on Twitter and he was basically saying he doesn't have a universal translator. He has a translator, and it doesn't have all the languages in it. It didn't have the Sakaran in the first film, for example, and people don't learn Groot through knowing the language. They learn it through connecting with Groot. So that's the only way to really learn the way he speaks or see what he's trying to say. So if you really think about it, like yeah, that kind of makes sense. It's like oh
Yeah.
yeah, this is what yeah.
Yeah, remember, like with the whole like Rocket and Groot, they've been together for such a long time.
Yeah.
That's the reason why. Yeah, you know, like he understands him. And then
Yeah.
like that, what was it that joke? What was it in the was it the second Guardians that he was like, watch your mouth, like you know.
Yeah.
As teenage Groot, so
Yeah, you know, so he's coming out of nowhere, like you know, I am Groot. And like,
whoa.
not in this place.
Chill the fuck out, motherfucker.
Do you kiss your mother with that mouth? I am Groot. Yeah, again with that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Groot. Oh my God, go to your room. Go to your room.
They're like fuck you.
Yeah. I am Groot. Oh, come on. Seriously, you're gonna continue with this, right?
Motherfucker, right, bitch.
You watch that one episode of SpongeBob, right? And you learn the 13 curse words, and you picked up 15 out of 13. It's not even possible.
Yeah.
I am Groot. Oh my God, 16.
Yep.
Fucking hell. You lost control.
Exactly.
Get out of my sight. Get out of my sight. Oh, I am Groot.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So speaking of otherworldly beings, that leads us to something that I was super fucking interested in. I fucking love the fact that they're actually doing this. Is that BBC basically came out saying that they're going to be doing a whole huge crossover into like comics and TV and fucking books and audiobooks and vinyl and so what I'm trying to talk about is that Doctor Who is doing a whole bunch of shit starting in September for 12 weeks. They're going to be doing a huge crossover, so it's basically several of the doctors, so 3 of the main doctors that we know of at the moment are going to be part of like a huge multi-platform story that will go across basically audiobooks, novels, comics, vinyl, digital, immersive theater, which is very interesting, escape rooms, and games.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a huge fucking thing to happen, and they're going to be making, of course, a shit ton of money. But it's going to be called the Time Lord Victorious, which is something that's very fucking interesting to me, of course, because like I'm a huge fucking Whovian, and I love it. From what BBC is saying is that it basically features the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th Doctor. So it's the 8th Doctor, which is the one that was in the Doctor Who movie that came out in like the early 2000s. As well as Christopher Eccleston, which is the 9th Doctor, and the 10th Doctor, which is David Tennant. So those 3 will be the main doctors, and it also continues with a few other companions that we've known. Of course, we one of the companions that they mentioned was Rose Tyler, which is the main companion for both David Tennant and Christopher Eccleston. It's fucking great. And then some of the monsters that they're going to be including, well, a couple of the monsters that they mentioned, is basically the Daleks and the Ood, which are both really fucking great villainous characters that are going to be in this. And I'm very excited for those.
Awesome.
And it's going to be fucking cool because this is going to be, like I said, it's going to be a whole 12-week event that's going to be going on. So it's going to be going from September of this year until January of 2021. That's going to be fucking really cool. And I'm excited to see this. It's going to be all over the fucking place. And I'm going to be Doctor Who'd out. Of course, I'm kind of Doctor Who'd out at the moment because, of course, I've been watching a shit ton of fucking classic Doctor Who on Pluto TV. So, yeah, the fact that it's going to be worth it. All up in my face.
Neck and chest. Oh, yeah. The doctor. Oh.
It's
show me what comes out of that sonic screwdriver. Oh,
yeah. It's gonna be fucking good. I'm excited for it. Yeah, I'm excited for it, especially like a lot of these characters are characters that you haven't seen in a while, of course. So like you haven't seen David Tennant do a lot of things. Well, he's done a bunch of things. He was in Jessica Jones, but we haven't seen really Christopher Eccleston do much other than like be in the shitty Thor movie.
Was that the Thor emo world or whatever?
Yeah, exactly. The Dark World or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. You haven't really seen them do much since then. So the fact that you get to see them back as Doctor, of course, you won't see them in the physical form, but you'll be able to hear them, or you'll hear their characters as far as like in these different versions of them. So I'm kind of excited to see that.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's fucking cool. I'm excited for it. I want to see it. I want it now.
Right now.
You make me laugh because you mentioned David Tennant. I was like, one of the things that he's doing now, actually, that he's the voice of Scrooge McDuck in the new DuckTales. So
that's right. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Oh my god. New
Yeah, I forget about DuckTales. Like, I only saw like half of the first season of that, and I was think, okay, this is kind of cool. I like it.
The full episode that I've seen of that one was the one where they introduced Darkwing Duck.
Oh yeah,
I did not see that one yet, but I gotta see.
And, that one was actually a good episode. What I thought was funny was that the whole story was that in this universe, Darkwing Duck was a TV show. So Drake's the actor that played Darkwing Duck was known as Drake Starling.
Nice.
And no, it was Jim Starling. So the guy that played, and of course, the one that played the voice of him was Jim Cummings. So I thought it was funny how Jim played, Jim Starling, and then Drake Mallard was just an actor that was going to play him in the movie reboot of Darkwing Duck, but because of which or whatever, Jim Starling or whatever snapped and was trying to sabotage the movies for being done. So at the end of the thing, you find out that that this guy Drake was always a fan of Darkwing, and he used to get picked on and stuff. So he started self-defense and all these things because he was like, I want to be just like Darkwing. So by the end of the thing or whatever, that the fucking Jim Starling or whatever, you think that he dies, but then you find out that he becomes Nigga Duck. So I was like, oh my god,
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so
that's so cool. I want to see that now.
Yeah, so I was just like, I want to see more of this. Like, and it was funny, like I said, that that the guy, they got Darkwing Duck originally to play the actual voice, but then the new person was somebody else, But I thought, like, you know what? Passing the torch. I get it. But at least you paid homage in the right way, that you got the actual actor to play, the voice actor that played the original Darkwing to reprise Darkwing for a second.
Oh, wow. I didn't see that. I mean, I know the girls watch that all the time, and a lot of times I come in and I'm like, the jingle just stays in my head, so I try not to listen to it in my head. It'll stay in there forever, and I'm like, all right, and I'll wait for it to go off, and then I come in there and like, but I haven't seen that one.
No, I was saying that was like the first episode that I saw in full, because like after they, we mentioned this in the podcast before, I was like, I gotta watch this. So I watched it and I was like, it is a lot better than I expected.
Yeah.
Thank you for the randomness, Disney Plus. I appreciate it.
Yeah, true. It is. I was pleasantly surprised as well. I'm like, well, okay, I guess I'll sit here and watch it.
I gotta check it out now. Yeah, I have to see this.
Very cool.
Yeah. And the final point that I had this week is something that I was very fucking interested in, of course, because of like thinking about it, like I haven't really played video games in a while. Yeah. So the fact that we got some pretty awesome news this week is pretty fucking cool, because I am a fan of the last Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah. And
the fact that they're now releasing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's fucking awesome.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it looks fucking great too. Like if like I sent you guys the cinematic trailer for it, and it looks fucking amazing.
Indeed,
it looks really fucking good.
Now the first question I gotta ask you is: did you send it to Brian too, so you can check it out? Remember?
Oh yeah. I texted to him because
because you already know Brian's a fanatic of that series.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. Cool. I saw this and I was like, holy shit! I kind of want to get myself another system for this. Of course, I don't have a system right now, but I'm like, I want to do this. I want to play this game because it looks fucking amazing. It looks really fucking good.
I said it before and I say it again. You know, hey, InnerCityGeeks fan base, we're gonna do a GoFundMe for Steven so we can get him a 4. But you go back to the whole thing, dear Ellen.
It looks really fucking good because like I'm kind of starting to dive into the whole, the Viking universe and shit, and I'm like,
well, your beard looks Viking-y anyway.
Just a little bit. Get it braided.
Right? Yeah. You just have like braids on the side and shit. Yeah.
All you need to have is a turkey leg in your set.
I'll get those in a few months.
Yeah.
Steven's gonna go to the Renaissance Fair like, I miss you.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Nice. That's what you get the best out there. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, dude, like, it's fucking, it looks fucking good, and the fact that actually this game is coming out in the holidays, for the holidays.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, it's coming out for the holidays. It's coming out for the Xbox One, the PS4, PC, and the Stadia or the Stadia or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's fucking insane because of course they're gonna be releasing the new systems next year.
Oh yeah, that's right. So it's always the new platforms come out.
Right. Yeah.
The big thing, like sometime was it like it might be mid next year is they're gonna introduce the new Xbox and the 5 and the PS5.
But this looks fucking cool. I'm very excited for this. It looks really fucking good, and I'm I enjoyed the gameplay in the last one. So seeing how this plays out, it's gonna be pretty fucking dope for the next one. So I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to play it. I want it. I want it all.
That does look interesting. I too am interested in playing that game. I'm like, ooh.
I want to see more of these games of video.
Right?
Yeah, and like I've mentioned before on the show, like the first game, I enjoyed the first one, but when I went to play the second one, I was like, this is a lot of the same thing all over again and over again and over again. It's super repetitive. At least
kind of reminds me of the Call of Duty series. After a while, it gets pretty much the same.
Yeah. But it's gotten better, and the storylines have gotten better. So I'm like, okay, I'm excited to see what they're gonna do. So yeah, I'm excited for it. So why the fuck not? Bring it on! I want some more Assassin's Creed.
I like you, Alec. Like I'm looking to do more fighting games.
Yeah,
so I haven't really played with my Switch that much, and I have my Switch Online account, but I mean, Nemo's been playing it. But I've been playing like all my mobile games, like my Dragalia Lost, like with Fire.
Yeah.
We did a whole merge thing, which was really cool. But I usually do like my Dragalia Lost, like I play that every day, because I have to summon. I got to fight a co-op with a co-op, and I have my whole routine that I do. But then I'm not really doing anything with my Switch, and I got all these games, and I'm like, wow, I really need to play my Switch and my Twitch account too, which I totally forgot about. I'm like, I have a Twitch account. I need to do something with that.
yeah, you absolutely can. You just stream it on there.
Yeah,
look, watch me play.
Send me love, send me coins, give me coins for me playing the games of video.
Just subscribe. Yeah.
Click and like, share.
You have Amazon Prime. Subscribe.
Yes, exactly.
Get something from my wish list, please. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
wait. As the incentive, I'll shake it a little bit or whatever. Like there.
Oh my God.
Something on my wish.
Wow. Yeah. I don't think movies count.
Wow.
Yeah. No, but remember that whole. Oh, I don't know if you I introduced you to that article, whatever. But there was this whole thing of like people on Twitch are getting upset because the guidelines of like it just seems like originally when it came to Twitch, it was for people to to share their their love and their experience of video gaming.
Right.
But they started getting tired of what they call the cam girls. Right, because it seems like the cam girls are starting to take over.
Yeah, because they're geeks too, and they play fucking games.
But what they feel, well, like a lot of people were like kind of complaining about that. Apparently, is that it's taking away for the original reason why Twitch came to be. But it's just like, listen, I'm not trying to be bad, but everyone's got to hustle, and they got to do what they got to do, especially now.
Yeah.
Especially now.
But the thing is, it wasn't even just now. It's something that's like it's been going on for a while. Like
no. I say no, but it just started coming like for whatever reason it was like coming out more. Like like a lot of people have been like especially like experienced the Twitch veterans, if you will, right, have been kind of complaining about all these things. Like you have all these what they call the cam girls that that they're not really playing video games like that or whatever. They're doing, like exercising or whatever. But of course, they'll have like video games playing in the background and stuff like that. Right?
Not just that, but like also like Andy Milonakis. Andy Milonakis. We've seen him before. We've seen him on a bunch of shit before.
Yeah.
He doesn't really play video games on there. He does the in real life shit, which is something that a lot of the Twitch streamers are doing, which is basically following you doing your real life shit. So either he's eating something, or he's going out and he's interviewing other people, or he's just living life as is. And that's kind of like what other people aren't doing as well. So it's a different way of doing things.
Right.
And it's a streaming service regardless. So like if you want to watch it, you can watch it. If you don't want to watch it, there's like a bazillion other things you can watch on there.
True.
Yeah.
So,
it's not the same, but it just makes you laugh because like you mentioned the Twitch, and I was just like, oh man, because I got into like this whole like talk with a coworker about that like a while back about the whole like listen, it's like things change within time. Like look at what happened with the whole monetizing of YouTube and everything like that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
That like everything has changed pretty much a lot. Like it and there's some people that don't want to go the full route of like fans only pages or whatever, or Patreon or other things as such. Like they like, hey, listen, do what you feel like you want to do, but at the same time, it's just like I get those that like that may take offense to it.
Somebody's a little salty.
What's all? I don't even fucking use Twitch, so what the hell? But like I said, I find it funny how like Tan mentioned that, and I was just like, oh man, they brought me back to that old conversation with a friend.
Yeah, I get it. But they're like I said, like the Andy Milonakis is also like the dude from Trivium. Like he literally sits there and he plays guitar all day. And people watch him and people subscribe to him. And he makes tons of fucking money because there's tons of people subscribing to him. And not only that, but like he also has people like donating money to him all the time. So that's
everybody.
Yeah. There's tons of shit on there. So like there's tons of shit that you can do on there. So why the fuck not, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And you don't necessarily have to show off your titties on there. Like why not?
Want to? If you don't want to, whatever.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You technically shouldn't because it is like it is for it is.
It's right.
All over the place.
But still.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's there. It's there. It's an
it's kind of funny. They're gonna save that for the fans only or the Patreon pages.
Right. Exactly. They'd be like, oh yeah, click on this link over here. It'll take you over there where you can see them.
for $20 a month, you get
Yeah.
Oh.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you get a shout out. Thank you for wasting your money, Jared from Subway.
Wow. Bro.
So I guess that kind of wraps it up for this week.
Oh man.
I was like, actually, he wouldn't subscribe to me anyway because I'm too old.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's true though. It's true. It's only right.
Too much.
Do you guys have anything for this week, or are we good?
Well, you guys made me very happy. I'm so glad being here with you both. It was so cool. Both of my
It was different, right?
This was so cool. Me being the big little sis is like awesome, and I totally miss Steve that he's not around all the time. I miss Alex, but sometimes he comes to visit me at my job at Dim Sum, which I appreciate. We all get drunk and talk shit, so it's awesome.
Yeah, but we haven't done it in quite some time because social distancing. It's like, damn you, Coronis! I need to get drunk with my sis again.
I need to have real Coronis this time.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, I don't want real Coronis whatsoever. I'll just have the hard liquor, please.
Exactly. And we got a lot of that at my job. So
nice.
Yeah, it was very nice being here with you guys.
Oh, yeah, it was also awesome having you. You're always welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yay.
And I love that we ended on a good note. Like everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But not Jared from Subway.
Okay, yeah. So go to InnerCityGeeks.com. We have a whole bunch of InnerCityGeeks.net. Jesus Christ. Yeah. InnerCityGeeks.net, where we have a whole bunch of shit sometimes. Of course, we have this show. We also have Bryce and Jay Presents. We also have a new episode of It's Poppin' that's going to be coming out next week. Or this week as this episode comes out. We're going to have a new episode of that where we'll be talking about what lives in the shadows. We're going to be talking about that. We also have a bunch of other shit on there as far as like some older stuff. Of course, we have Comics Goes Sabor, Manga Time, Anime World, as well as the InnerCityGeeks Geeks webcomic, InnerCityGeeks Geeks Turntable, InnerCityGeeks Geeks First Watch, Good Games, ICGPW Slamcast. Oh my fucking god, there's so much fucking shit on InnerCityGeeks Geeks.
Yeah.
And a bunch of random bonus rounds too, folks.
And a bunch of random bonus rounds. Exactly. You can watch if you're interested in listening about WrestleMania. You can listen to that one, or we did half of an episode on the fucking not a half an episode, a whole episode on the
first three
on half of the fucking
Crisis.
The Crisis. Yeah, we did half of it. We still need to do the second half of it. But yeah, we got all that shit on there. There's so much fucking shit on there. So much shit. It's too much shit sometimes. But yeah, go to InnerCityGeeks.net. We have a whole bunch of shit on there. Also on there, we have links to a bunch of cool places. We have a link to Amazon where you can get some Amazon Prime for freezies. You can get your first month for free on Amazon Prime. If you click that link right there that we have there, and go do whatever the fuck you want on there. You can get your, like I said, first month free, and you can watch a bunch of cool shit on there, or you could subscribe to some Prime people from some Twitch people with that 1 month free of Amazon Prime. So why the fuck not? So we'll do that. You can do a bunch of shit. You can buy a bunch of shit. You can listen to a bunch of different musics on there. You can watch a bunch of different TV shows that's on there because Prime has a bunch of cool fucking TV shows on there, like fucking Good Omens and fucking Jack Ryan, which is fucking great. It's a lot of cool shit on there. So go make sure you check that out. Amazon Prime for freezies, your first month because of us. So why the fuck not? Go do it. Then we also have a link to So Sick Clothing Company, which is another cool company that has a lot of cool shit, like a lot of cool shirts and designs, all by geeks for geeks. Because of course, why not? And then you also get a bunch of cool little, some of the things that they have on there is like some some Steam discounts. So a lot of cool Steam discount codes. So you can do that, and you could type in Inner City Geeks at checkout for 15% off of your entire fucking purchase. So sick clothing, and type in Inner City Geeks at checkout. It's fucking dope. Why the fuck not? Then another thing that you get discounts from is Cushly. Cushly.com. You get some CBD goodness. Because why the fuck not? Who doesn't need CBD shit, especially when like the times that we're in right now? You can't really smoke weed, so get some CBD stuff that it won't show up in your fucking drug test. It gives you all the shit that you need when you need it. So why the fuck not, right?
True story.
So yeah, you get your gummies, you get your fucking oils, you get all that shit. Go to cushly.com and you can or go to innercitygeeks.net and then you go through that link to Cushly and you will get 15% off of your entire purchase.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's a good shot, right? Why not? Give it a fucking try.
I'm gonna get responsibly fucked up.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But you don't get fucked up. You just get
real mellow.
Yeah. You go from up here
right
down here.
Yeah. You're like, you know what? I could do that. Yeah.
Like I can live now. Yeah.
Times are tough. I need to relax.
Exactly. And the last place that you go to on InnerCityGeeks.net is a place that I enjoy for my beards. You can go to beardoctane.com and you can get some beardly goodness. You get a bunch of beard oils and balms and butters and like leave-in beard conditioners and stuff like that. And then you can get it all on Beard Octane because they got a bunch of cool shit on there, as well as different utensils like scissors and combs and brushes and all this shit. So make sure you check out beardoctane.com and type in Inner City Geek. Oh no, correction. ICG10 for 10% off of your entire purchase. Because why the fuck not, right?
Yeah.
Get some discounted shit because it's pretty good and it's good for you. It's good for your skin. It's good for your beard. So all that shit, it's good for you. And it's all because we love you guys.
No.
Love you guys, listeners. It's awesome. It's not, and like the thing is, like it's not only just for dudes. It's not only just for dudes with beards, but you could use all those beard balms and butters and the oils and everything for yourself. You could use it in your hair. You can use it on your skin because it's all technically meant for your skin. So why not? It's not gonna hurt you. So make sure you check it out.
And besides, with the 10% off or whatever, that's just an added bonus.
Yeah, exactly. It's a definitely, yeah. And you can find us on the socials. So on the Facey Space, so facyspace.com/InnerCityGeeks, on the Twitter at InnerCityGeeks, on Instagram at InnerCityGeeks. And you can find Alex where?
You can find me on Twitter at Denied DINYED and on Instagram at Denied DIN_Y_ED.
Yes. Tan, do you want people to find you somewhere?
I have so many things. I gotta remember my name. I'm like, wait, what name did I use on that one?
Okay, how about just the Instagram? How about just the Instagram?
See, and that's the one I always forget though too. Because it's like someone had the name I wanted, and I'm like, motherfucker.
Don't follow that asshole. Follow me.
Instagram, I'm Gothica Goddess.
Yes, there you go. Fuck yeah. Yeah, so you can follow Tan on there, and you can find me on the Instagram and the Twitters both at Mr. Jackal, MisterJackal. Jesus Christ, that was a long fucking. So make sure you go to InnerCityGeeks.net, check out all that shit. Also, I want to thank you guys for listening, and make sure you guys are awesome and staying safe, and taking care of each other and making sure you guys are all not dying. So yeah, go do all that shit. You know, you guys are awesome. We love you guys. You guys make this show that much better, right? Yeah. So say your goodbyes, everybody.
Yay! Bye.
Until next time, folks.
Yes, yes. And before we leave, I always bring some music to the show, right? Of course, I'm bringing some more music, and this is another band that I actually I got to see them last year as they opened for Killswitch Engage and Anthrax. And this band is a thrash band from Colorado. And they just released this today, as we were recording this today. They released their 5th album.
Yeah.
And it's a band called Havok. I mentioned them on the show before when I saw them last year. But yeah, Havok, and their album is fucking great. It's really fucking good. The name of the album. Okay. Yeah. The name of the album is V because, of course, you know, it's their 5th album. Because why the fuck not, right? You know, it makes sense. The name of the song is The Phantom Force, and it's a fucking dope ass song.
Nice.
I fucking love the shit out of it. The album is fucking great, so make sure you listen to that album, whether it's on Spotify or if you actually buy the album or however you fucking figure it out. Go do that. Go check out Havok. They're fucking great, and they should be coming out with some more shit sometime soon. So I'm excited for them, and hopefully, whenever all this shit goes away and we actually get to go to live shows, go see them whenever you fucking can because they're fucking great.
Awesome.
Hell yeah. So don't be a dick, but always remember that the geeks shall inherit the earth.
I like it.
Trapped in a dream, shadow figures come for me. I cannot catch my breath. I cannot scream. Narrowly escape from the killing fields, only to be chased by death. Back, looking source, crushed by a paranormal phantom force. I can't wake up. Petrified inside this nightmare. Behind my eyes, destined to die in my sleep. Is this a figment of my imagination, or is this apparition real? I can't believe that I escaped the war, but I can't escape my fate. Back, looking source, crushed by a paranormal phantom force. I can't wake up, petrified inside this nightmare. Behind my eyes, destined to die.